Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be today's topic reading for the 9th of October, okay? We are still keeping things open for you guys to submit a new word for me. So you guys know that I always choose at least one subscriber each week to get a free reading with me. I ask you guys to enter to win by writing a particular word, just because it's easier for my eyes to spot that. And together we are collectively deciding on what that word will be. So I will choose the word and the winner on Sunday. Now, these always come out in advance by at least a full 24 hours. So although a lot of you guys will see the winning video and the winner's reading on Monday or Tuesday, it will actually all be, recorded on Sunday. Okay, so for right now, we're no longer using the word tribe we used to, but now we're changing it over. So whatever you want to submit, know that is now your entry, right? So feel free to throw in a word for me. Hopefully it'll be like a simple word, something, something cute, something positive, something, always fun. I love seeing your guys' submissions. I have busted up laughing so many times. I'm digging all of the submissions you guys give to me. So thank you for that. But yeah, we'll go ahead and figure something out together. And on Sunday, we'll know what the new word is, and whoever wins gets that free reading also. So it'll be just an added extra free read. I already chose one person earlier this week, but now we'll do another one. So let's see where this reading takes us. Ooh, 3 of coins, 10 of cups. Yes, please. I want to say one of the last times I used this deck in a reading, we got a handful of the solar plexus chakra cards that all came out together. So solar plexus is our house of willpower. Somebody's very determined that you are their great love. You are the one they're going to have a 10 of cups with. You are the one they want to work with. Or this is you saying, I am positive that I will create an incredible, universe for myself with this, I want to say, intense happiness. I feel like that card just recently came out, that 10 of cups, because I remember saying some of you could have twin daughters. There are 2 little girls on that card. Was that this week? That's crazy if it was, because I've used this deck multiple times since then. It's heavily shuffled. So that's exciting. That's I don't know. I like the sound of that. So tell me first off about the 3 of coins. You guys, I'm probably going to cough at you a time or two. That asthma's been really rough today. So the 3 of coins is talking about a 2 of wands in the reverse and a 5 of swords in the upright. Somebody realizes they have been resisting working together tooth and nail. It's very apparent now. It's like, I feel like this is a huge sense of awareness. This could also be that somebody has set their sights on someone who they know darn well is going to resist them. And say, no, don't come near me. No, I don't want that relationship. I don't want to talk to you. And somebody, this could be you, saying, I'm not dealing with that person, or no, I'm not ready for like romancy stuff right now. But someone seems very determined that despite the fact that they know that they will be met with kind of a big old block, they really want to go after something. They want to go after you. They want to cooperate. They're sure that you could cooperate together. Ooh, 8 of cups. Big old journey. So is this someone who, I almost feel like this is somebody who set their sights on having this great happiness, but is equally as aware of the blockages and is completely unafraid of it, and is saying, yeah, I know I've got a couple things to take care of, but this is what my goal is. This is where I'm going to end up. I'm going to work together. I don't know if this already happened, is the weird part. I don't know if in the past there was going to be this 3 of coins, but then everything went a little sideways, and it was like, oh, we're going to work together. Well, not now, we're not, because we've got nothing but conflict, so I'm going to take off for a bit. Or I'm being combative, so I need to go take off and go work on myself. This could be somebody else who realized that they found exactly the person they wanted. And they also realized, and I'm going to sabotage the heck out of this if I don't go and figure some things out about myself. This could be somebody who, whatever this is the overwhelming, overarching storyline. Working together and having incredible happiness because this is what I want. However, that's in the perfect, simplistic version. Now we break it down and we go, so let's talk about the gremlins and the boogers that are, a part of daily life. The gremlins and the boogers that maybe are, I want to say, like the pebbles in somebody's shoe also, as they're taking a step and it hurts every step you take. Yeah, because we've got attitude issues and we've got, all the human stuff that we got to work on. We've got a one-track mind. I want it this way. I don't want to compromise. I'm defensive. I want to work with you, but I want you to do what I said to work with me. You could have dealt with somebody like that. And yet, even if there were gremlins, boogers, and pebbles involved, don't ask me why I am saying that instead of lions, tigers, and bears, but that's what I've got in my head right now. Maybe whoever you dealt with was really difficult, yet it never changed the fact that, yeah, but I want to work with you. I want to be with you. But there are significant issues in all this. 4 of Coins in the reverse and Page of Cups in the reverse. But first, I got to go let go of this tendency I have. And if you look, this is somebody in both of these, there's a little bit of a clutching energy, right? I feel like somebody had an agenda of how they wanted things to be. That agenda is something that it was getting somebody nowhere. The agenda doesn't work. Resisting making an apology, resisting making a love offer, all those things. I feel like somebody approached this incredible thing. They saw it and their heart knew it and they said, I want this. This is amazing. This is exactly what I want. But if you notice, it is all our solar plexus. It's our house of willpower, not our heart chakra. So somebody saw you perhaps and said, I want you. And then they said, I will have you. And I will have this relationship that I want to have with you. Instead of saying, oh, I love you, and I hope that we can have this incredible romance, that we blossom and bloom and we elevate each other. It may have been that is the pebble in the shoe right there. And that is the thing that started the obstacle, is that someone looked at it as, I can purchase this and then it will be mine. That's not how that works in romance. But I said, I want to work with you. But you only want to work with somebody as long as they work on the project that you said it's going to be. There's a little of that. It's funny because this is like a sweet and sour. This is sweet and sour pork right now for this reading. Sweet and sour pork. Doesn't that sound good? No, there's somebody genuinely wanted this, and for all the right reasons, because there's an emotional fulfillment that is absolutely amazing, but they approached it with almost a mechanical and I'm going to say a demanding energy, my way or the highway. And if I encounter resistance, then I'm just going to bounce. I'm going to split. I'll just let go of this. I'm not going to apologize that I came on a little too rigid and a little too demanding. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter because this still exists. Right? These first 2 cards aren't going anywhere. What an interesting spin on this. Now, this could also be a totally different story where this is what we are absolutely saying, despite all of the hurt and turmoil I have known, despite the difficulties, despite the fact that I have kissed more than a few frogs, guys or gals, doesn't matter. Ladies can be toads too. I want to give up on the drama and conflict, but I don't want to give up on love. I still believe in love. I still believe that my partnership is out there. My happiness is out there. I do believe in that. So whatever this is somebody still believing in emotional fulfillment. And it has not been an easy road for a variety of reasons. 10 of staves to clarify the 10 of cups. So the obstacle that we may still have in having the full emotional fulfillment is we've still got a couple burdens to release here. Somebody still has, and it could be like burdens that go all the way back to childhood. Oh, but somebody's getting there. These obstacles are about to be removed for true emotional happiness. There could have been a sense of, I almost feel like this could be somebody who set such a high bar for themselves, such a high standard of perfectionism. A relationship has to go like this and this and this. And if there's any hiccup along the way, then that feels like resistance. And that feels like I don't want to engage in things that are nothing but problems. So I have to walk away from them. I feel like somebody dealt with an individual that was maybe a perfectionist. Or perhaps you are too much of a perfectionist upon your own self and thinking that everything, you're supposed to have all the answers and you're supposed to always have everything go so smooth. And if it doesn't, then obviously this must not be the one for me or the situation for me. And in fact, that could have just been a ton of pressure to put on your own poor self. This could be a strong belief that there can be great happiness, but the great happiness can't come in until we release ourselves from something else first. I don't know if this is who this is, which person this is, but there is great happiness. And this does not have to be about romance. Part of me wants to take these cards, but there's so many of them. That's just too many. So everybody's going back in. You saw the star card was among them. If it comes back out again, we'll see it. But if not, not. I don't really like to take big clusters because I can't really tell what the prominent message is. We just got the King of Staves in the reverse. The thing to let go of is the memory of somebody that was really arrogant, or someone's own arrogance. If someone had blocked their own ability to have emotional fulfillment with a partner, maybe it was because at the first hint of anything not going their way, they were irritated by that instead of truly working together. This could just be an awareness, and keep in mind, this wasn't necessarily because somebody is like, oh, a control freak who just wanted everything their way, but rather they set such a high bar for themselves that if anything at all kind of went wrong, it was like, whoa, I messed up. I wasn't good enough. Well, then I'm out. It could just be really that somebody put such a huge amount of pressure. This can be in the workplace also. This can be we are talking about emotional satisfaction in this reading, but it could be that someone, they don't like to make mistakes. Maybe they've never had the ability, look, sometimes people get really primed for like, you're not allowed to make a single mistake. If they make a single mistake, it's like maybe this person was like heavily punished as a child if they did any like thing that a normal kid does. Kids mess up. We all mess up. It doesn't matter what age we are. We all mess up. But maybe somebody felt like anything, if a partner said, oh, I didn't really like that, I don't want that, it was like, it was too much criticism to handle because they're never supposed to make a mistake. And so then that became like a big defense trigger and all kinds of things. And they couldn't apologize because it's really hard to find a way to say sorry. So instead they leave. We do have an element of, I don't know why I keep getting this element of perfectionism, but that's a two-way street. Lots of times we hold ourselves to really high standards, and those high standards can be too high for anyone to achieve because we're all going to make a mistake and be like, I'm sorry, I messed up, and that's hopefully something that we had a loving, supportive environment to learn, that it's okay if you make a mistake. Doesn't mean I don't still love you. It's just, you hurt my feelings. Oh, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Oh, okay, that's all right then. Let's move on. But maybe if there was something that somebody did, it was like, you said it hurt my feelings, and they just were like, Well, then I'm just ice cold. I'm certainly not going to apologize. I'm just going to bounce, because that was too much for them to handle. It's an interesting read because it's a combination of realizing a level of, I don't just want to keep saying arrogance, because I feel like it's a level of perfectionism that goes along with this. And that somebody is trying to release and almost forgive themselves so that they can quit blocking this incredible emotional happiness. Tell me about the outcome on this. Tell me about the outcome on this. This could also be somebody who's like, they expect such high performance out of themselves, and they expect that what they work on, it's always going to be really well received. And they have this image in their head of how their achievement is supposed to be exactly, like, say, we just got the 4 of Wands out and we got the 5 of Coins. If somebody has worked really hard on a project, and say it is in business, they present it and it's not well received, it's not accepted, or they're told, oh, you got to go back to the drawing board and change this or that. And it's like crushing. It's like, I put all this into it and you didn't think it was good enough. But it's not, it was never saying that you aren't good enough or that the job somebody did wasn't good enough. It was that there could be something valid about it, that it's like, okay, like you do this great mural, but it's like, you're trying to advertise an aquarium, but you did this great mural of a city, and you're an amazing painter, but you painted a huge city as part of this advertisement for an aquarium. And somebody goes, well, you're an amazing painter, but we needed sea life, aquatic life, not a city scene. And it's like, I put all this in and it wasn't accepted. It wasn't good enough. Never mind. I'm not painting the aquatic scene. I'm just out. Because it's almost like it's because it sucked to be told that it wasn't what somebody wanted, but it wasn't really ever an insult. I don't know why that's what I'm getting, is like somebody has such a high level of perfection and they want so much to have happiness and they want to be successful in a connection or in a job or something like that. But it's really hard if something isn't being well received. But the kicker in all this is that there was never a moment where somebody didn't think highly of that person's skill set, or that what they had created wasn't fabulous, or that what they, gave to a connection wasn't wonderful. It simply was that there was also still some other things that had to be discussed. This is still a 4 of Wands connection, but at least one person is feeling out in the cold, or maybe both people are. Maybe somebody doesn't feel fairly compensated, but it could be a twist of mind. Meaning, if we thought of it from a different perspective, like I was just explaining, like, oh no, this person is an amazing artist. And, I am bringing up the topic of art because she's actually painting this big pentacle. So if somebody had painted some big mural and it's like, well, that is an amazing city scene. Unfortunately, we needed aquatic life. Nothing in that was an insult to the incredible work that was just performed. Nothing. But someone might not have been able to hear that because they put everything into it and all they heard was, I don't want that. That wasn't good enough. And that wasn't what was said. So very interesting. Like I almost feel like this reading is about what is heard versus what is meant. Because especially this same thing, amazing. You are everything I want. You are my happiness. I am out in the cold. I mean, talk about the difference here, right? Everything, excuse me, everything that I ever wanted, then why am I completely ice cold? So we keep seeing some kind of a lack of computing. It's one person hears something different than what the other one said. Again, this could be in a career. This could be in a relationship. Tell me about that 4 of Wands. We see so much happiness here. 8 of Pentacles. One person's like, no, I totally want to work together with you. Tell me about the 5 of Coins. okay, this can be healed. This is nice. We got the star card. We just haven't found the right communication style yet. This is, a gift from the universe. This is maybe somebody's about to hear things differently, and it's going to be a tremendous turnaround. Even this misunderstanding could turn out to be an incredible turnaround, something that's very soothing, very healing for someone. If this is perhaps somebody who's listening to this right now feels like, I haven't been respected, in my profession or in my career, this might also be, perhaps you heard it wrong. Maybe you're highly respected and you didn't realize how highly respected you are. And that's about to become clear. I feel like this is such a wonderful reading because it's taking away a wound, taking away a hurt. And instead, wow, Two of Cups, and bringing about perfect harmony, perfect equality. It's like whoever didn't feel very respected, that's about to totally change. And maybe this is also about, I don't know how, if the universe intervenes with the star card, but it could be that some other area of life, like, let me put it in this context. We could be talking about both romance and about career. Maybe somebody had been feeling like, man, in my career, I don't feel very well respected, but maybe they'd been single for a long time and really they were thinking about relationships that hadn't gone well. And then they meet somebody and it becomes this wonderful love interest. And somebody says, oh my God, you are such an amazing painter. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay, wait a second. Someone who is romantically interested in me also boosted my confidence. And now I can hear what I thought was an insult through my career aspect is not at all. It's like it could go in either direction. It could be that you meet just the right person at just the right moment who lets you know how valuable you are. And that actually changes your perspective in some other way. Or you do that for someone. So you never know when giving somebody a compliment in something that they do really well in life could totally affect them in such a positive manner in all of their other areas of life that you didn't even know about. This is, I would almost feel like this is a reading where if this is someone else totally unconnected to you, this is a reading where it encourages us to always tell people the remarkable things that we know about them. If you walk by somebody and they're sitting on the street corner singing, let them know, God, you got an amazing voice. That could make their life and give them the confidence to go out and try to get picked up by a record label. If you see somebody at a grocery store and, you see that they are just somebody who's really good at something or, particularly just a lovely human being, you take that extra moment to tell them something great about themselves because it could affect them in so many other ways. Most likely this is a love read now with that Two of Cups, but for some reason those other messages came through too. So there is some intervention, some healing, something that comes in that soothes somebody. And I feel like it is just the right words are spoken, or there is a moment where somebody doesn't feel out in the cold anymore. Maybe this person comes in and says, wow, High Priestess. I still feel like this is some other almost magical force of positive energy that comes in and gives somebody the awareness that they needed, that they are super valuable when they were thinking that they weren't. This is what changes that feeling left out in the cold. There is a healing. There is something, maybe it's just that somebody needed to tell someone how they really felt, because this can be a secret. Maybe this is a secret admirer stepping up to tell somebody how much they like their work, even if their work was rejected within the company. It's somebody who finally asks that person out on a date the same day that their work gets rejected, and they're feeling like crummy about themselves and their career. And then somebody walks up and asks them out for lunch and it's like, oh my God, I love that work that you did. And you're like, well, they're not even accepting it. And the person says, that doesn't diminish how amazing you are. Like, I've wanted to ask you out for forever. I think you're so talented. You're so great. It could be that moment where either you give somebody that confidence or they give it to you. but it's something that had been a secret. It's either that or somebody's finally coming in. Maybe this is somebody who left you feeling out in the cold, and they're coming in to tell you the thing that they should have told you a long time ago. But they were caught up in their own role of needing everything to be perfect. You know, this feels like a very convoluted, very interwoven story where it's like one person says something that the other one hears wrong, and then they react, and then the other one reacts to that. And we're, by the end of all this, it seems like we're getting all the little tangle of these threads kind of like untangled now. But the reason we're able to do that is because we're speaking from our most, I'm going to say our most supportive voices as human beings, saying something true and something kind to someone that we care about. Even the person maybe that hurt our feelings. Maybe it is as simple as, I don't know why you got defensive and left. I have missed you so much, but I really wanted us to work. And when you said this, I thought you didn't want to work with me. So I'm not sure what happened, but I just wanted to tell you, I always thought you were amazing. You know, it could just be something as simple as that, some reveal. But I feel like it's a chance to brighten somebody's day, or a chance for, if this is not anything to do with your story, maybe you're going to be the person who provides some message to somebody on a day where they're having a rough day, and it completely elevates them, you know? So I don't know. I think this is a message of, you never know how much kind words can really make the world a more positive place, or really make somebody's day better, whether this is your own personal story or a stranger's story that you're going to have a positive impact on. So I'm going to leave this one here. Take care, you guys. Bye.